Hello, hey there, Facebook and YouTube. This is Benjamin. Welcome to this solo talk right now. I hope that you're doing fine wherever you are. And in this video, I'll be talking about the question that I've highlighted there on this topic today: how to easily know that your relationship is heading nowhere. The reason why I'm doing this solo talk today is because on Facebook and even on my YouTube channel, I run shows that help connecting single men and women all over the world. And sometimes some people want to really genuinely to be in a relationship, and they want to meet somebody, a man or a woman of their choice. They want to be together with him or her. So I welcome you in the next 30 minutes or so as I highlight some of the things in my experience as a man, as somebody who runs these shows, and as somebody who has dated before. Some of the reasons why your relationship is heading nowhere. And you can share this video, tag your friend on the comment section. I see all of you are just joining here. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on sharing the video and tag your friends. Now, I will jump into the first reason or the first indication that your relationship is heading nowhere. One of the reason is you try to get married at a very early age. In my videos on Sundays, I have a segment called Sunday Live Questions and Answer Sessions. And one of the questions that people keep on asking is about the right age of marriage. And I want you to think about what is the right age of two people to get married. In my experience, from some of my family members and even people I've come to know, there are people who decided to get married at a very young age. And by young, I mean under the age of 25. It is so surprising that most of them, if you listen to stories, look at your family members, anyone, it could be your mother, it could be an aunt, it could be a celebrity, it could be somebody that you know somewhere, even your workmate. When you listen to their stories, if they tried to get married under the age of 25, most of them stayed in that marriage as a form of sacrifice, either for the children or because they had no option. But these days, even when you listen to stories of ladies who have walked away from these kind of marriages after being married under the age of 25, they have grown, they have matured, they have understood what marriage is all about, that love is not about sacrifices. To be in love is not to be in pain. When you're in love with somebody, you shouldn't be stressed. Other things should be stressing you. But once they have grown up, after the age of 25, now they are going to 30, to 35, even 40. To some of them, the ladies I hosted here on my shows, they confessed getting married at an early age, under the age of 25, costed so much thing, so many pain, and so many sacrifices to them. And you don't need to go very far away to confirm this. This is happening in our societies, even in our family members. If your mother stayed there, if she was married under the age of 25 and still survived the marriage or the relationship up to now as I'm doing this video, salute to her. Even the man who kept her or kept this marriage together, we salute him for them being together there. But their story, the pain, the things they have gone through as a couple will shock you. So, if you are watching this, of course, and maybe you're under the age of 25, as some of my family members, my brother and my sister, this thing about dating and heading into a serious relationship, if you're under 25, you have no business about it. You have nothing to do with it. You don't need to put all your energy there. If you are so young, there's no reason for you to punish it. Even if you're a parent and you're watching this, you have a daughter, you have a son, they are growing up, this is just almost half of the year. We're almost half of the year is gone. So your son, every time they're celebrating a birthday, or your daughter, every time they're celebrating a birthday, you have to keep on telling them that this thing about dating, this thing about having a serious relationship, comes with age, comes with experience. You don't need to focus all your energy and emotions to a young man when you're 20, and then you meet this young, handsome man at 22 and get confused that this thing is going to work, that this is the right person. This is the only boy, the only man in your life. Tell this to your son. Tell this to your daughter all the time. It should be something that you keep on reminding them. Do not do this. If you do this, there are so many consequences, and this relationship will head nowhere. You're going to miss out on so many things that you could have done if you stayed, you waited, you experienced the dating life until after the age of 25. Now, I want to move on to the second sign that your relationship is heading nowhere. And I hope you're sharing the video. Thank you so much for joining me here. I will respond to your comments later on, but keep on sharing the video and tag your friend or your family member. Number 2, your academic levels are so different. Education is very important. And sometimes not all of us are lucky to be on the same education levels. One could have been in the university, could have gone up to the university level. Another one could have gone up to the college level. Another one could have gone up to high school level. When you look at what happens in the society, you find a doctor who is presumably very educated goes for a fellow doctor. You look around, you find a lawyer goes to a fellow lawyer. You look around a celebrity. Some celebrities goes to another celebrity. But there is a challenge here. Education level opens our minds. When you're more educated, you accept other people's opinions, other people's ideas, you try to figure out what they are thinking. But when you're not very educated, your opinions could be right, like everyone has an opinion, but sometimes you may be so opinionated, focused on one area of life. And when you look at, let me give you a very simple example. You find a lady decides to further her education. She decides to move from high school level, gets a degree or gets a diploma, moves from a diploma, then goes to a degree, then from a degree, adds another one, goes to a master's degree. And she has a relationship, or she's starting a relationship with a man who is still down there, maybe a high school graduate or a diploma graduate. What is happening these days? When so many ladies, which is the fact, are getting more educated, they're getting more empowered, they're making more money, they are actually running the family. They are actually making serious decisions in a family, which threatens so many men. A majority of the men with education, if your woman is more educated and your education level is down there and you want to date, you want to make a very serious relationship, it's going to be very difficult. My point here is, even as a man is very educated and then the lady is not so educated, one of the person must sacrifice, especially the one who is educated. Let me repeat that. If a man is really educated or the woman is so educated more than the other one, he or she has to lower down her way of thinking. Like, okay, I have a master's degree. You have never gone up to the university level. I understand your feelings. I understand your opinions, but I can still accommodate you in my life. And there are so many women who are going to watch this video. They will confess, they will say it, they will comment that once they added more education, they left their men behind, things changed. They never went on being together. They never went on having a successful relationship. So when you're starting this journey of looking for a partner, one of the things that you have to think about is, am I fighting with this person because of education? You have to ask yourself that question. If I meet a woman every time, so when I learned this thing, if I met a woman and I realized that, oh, well, this lady is really educated, she's a high level there compared to me, I have to think about how can I really be accommodated in her life. And if I'm very educated and my woman is less educated, as I said, one of you has to lower down their standards. You have to accommodate, but how many people can do that? How will you reason out with somebody who is a high school graduate? When will you reach an agreement and compromise and change habits, change the way you talk, even when you have a topic to discuss, to give opinions, politics or science or what's going on in the world right now, COVID-19? How will you have this conversation between him and her without necessarily having another outside argument or ending up fighting or even reaching to those levels of disagreements? Your education levels should try to be the same. Now, number 3, thank you everyone who is watching here. I receive your greetings and also your comments. You are in a lower income bracket. Money is very powerful. Money controls the world. Money runs the world. When you are broke, when you're really broke, you know it for a fact that your life is not okay. Your life will never be okay if you do not have money. Let me use a very easy example for you to understand how powerful money is. When you have a lot of money in your pocket and you walk into a restaurant, you want to eat lunch or dinner, and then you grab the menu, you start looking at the menu. Do you know when you have money, you spend a lot of time deciding, what am I going to eat today? You could be hungry, but when you're in the restaurant, you don't feel like eating. Why? There's money in your pocket. Now, imagine you go to the same restaurant with no money or very little amount of money, and then you have the menu. The first thing you will do, you already know what you're going to eat. Money is very powerful. I do shows about this thing called long distance relationship. And I say, when you meet somebody online, when you start the journey of dating a person, you know how much money you make. You know your job. You know the contract that you are serving right now as a man or as a woman. So even if you meet a handsome man, a beautiful woman online or anywhere, so long as this person is far away from you, if you do not have the money itself to even meet each other, then you're heading nowhere. You're going nowhere with this person. You as a woman who is maybe in the Middle East, you're watching this, you are in America, you are in Europe, you are in Asia, and the amount of money and the job that you do, you know for a fact you can't travel. You can't see this person soon. You can't be with this person. You can't afford even a ticket. You can't quit your job to move and be with this person. You as a man, you meet this lady. You have a deep connection with her. You love her. You admire her. You adore her. This is almost like the ideal woman that you wanted in your life. But the truth is you have no money to plan, to go through the whole process to be together. Then your relationship is heading nowhere. Those people have started dating and they're not having enough income, whether it's the man or the woman, they will always fight. The fighting is not about anything else. It's just about money. I don't have money. This woman wants me to do A, B, C, D, but I cannot do it. This man wants me to do A, B, C, D, but I cannot do it. We can't go anywhere. There are so many ladies who meet men on my shows or aside from my shows here online. And the first thing you meet in a man, the man starts asking for money, which is a red flag. And the moment somebody begins asking you for money that you're working so hard to make, to raise, but still expect a very serious relationship between you and him or you and her, then it's heading nowhere. Because one time, at one point, one of you will feel so used. One of you will feel like, oh my goodness, so what are we doing here? Am I investing in this person's life? Am I opening up a business for this man at the expense of life and love? You're heading nowhere. Money is very powerful. What should you do? If you are making less money, and I mean really less, you can't travel, you can't buy a ticket, you can't even buy a ticket for the other person to come and see you, then you have no idea. You have no reason of why you are having a relationship. And so many men will give you excuses that, well, give me time. Just give me time. Give me time. We will make this serious, you know. The same excuses that you hear left, right, and center. Just give me time. We will work. We will figure out things. Bottom line is just money. This guy will even tell you. Some men will be honest. He will tell you, "I don't have the money to make this thing work right now. So please give me time. I'll figure out once I get this money, and then we can make this thing become serious, and then we can head somewhere." Money is everything in this world. Without money, you're nothing. People don't respect a person. They respect money. The reason why people are still respecting you in your family, at work, even on social media, is because you have money. Even at a working place, if you lose your job today, you're fired, and then you walk away from that company or where you're working right now, the same workmates that you always laughed with, you always met for lunch, for coffee, dinner dates, they will stop talking to you. They will no longer respect you. Why? You no longer have money. When you have money, as young as I am, and you go back to the village, those old men, the old uncles and aunties, call you an old man. They will ignore all the uncles and call you, "You are an old man. Have a seat here. Sit here." Why? Because you have money. Money is everything. Number 4, you are in an interfaith relationship. One of the questions that I've received so much in my shows about questions and answer session every Sunday, you should watch that on my YouTube channel, is about religion. Religion is very powerful. I made a very funny TikTok video, not to offend anyone. I mean, religion, for me, I've gone through a roller coaster of religions. I have tried to become a Muslim at one point. I was an SD at one point. I've been a Catholic at some point. I've become a Protestant at some point. You know, all these are processes because religion is so powerful. Religion can give you hope. Religion can give you faith to move on. Religion can heal your heart from a very painful breakup. Religion makes you to belong to the society. When you meet a fellow Seventh-day Adventist, even though you don't know each other, you feel a sense of belonging. When you're a Muslim, you meet a fellow Muslim and you start talking, you say, "Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam," you feel connected. Religion is very powerful, especially from where I come from. Africa, religion runs the world. It runs people's lives. People believe in something will happen bad. Something bad is going to happen to, if something bad is going to happen to my family, is because of my sins. It's because I did something. That's why God is punishing me. You know, that's how religion is very powerful. So when you meet a good example of a Seventh-day Adventist and a Catholic, very young individuals, but they believe in their faith so much. You know, this man is so deep into Catholic and this lady is so deep into SDA, but they are trying to form a relationship. But because the energy they have put into their religion, into their faith, this Muslim man, the sacrifices that he has put into his religion, it is so hard to convince him to change his beliefs, to come back to you. It is so hard to tell an Indian man to convert and become a Christian. It is so hard. The same way it's so difficult to tell a Muslim man, "Hey, you're my boyfriend. I love you so much. I want this thing to work between me and you. But because you are a Muslim, I wish you could convert to become a Christian so that we can make this thing work." So the moment you realize your religion and the other person's religion is very different, the beliefs are extremely different, there is no point where you're meeting each other, then you're heading nowhere. I don't know if I'm making sense. And when you meet stories of, there are so many people who are broken up because of religion. So many ladies who met very good men who were Muslims because they were Christians and the relationship headed nowhere. They tried, you fight, you argue, your family is pushing you back, your family is pushing you forward. Others, you know, it is a fight because religion is not only you. When you're a Christian and you're dating a Muslim, the family members also are Christians. The reason why you pay the dowry or you get married, you join two families together. It's not you and him. It is your family and her family joined together. This is why it is so serious. When you find a Seventh-day Adventist family pushing their daughter not to date a certain man, it's because they already know, they can see ahead. The mother can see that this is going to affect our family. It's beyond the religion. The religion could be there, but they cannot allow you to be together with a Muslim, because how can we be meeting when you are Muslims? What can we be talking about when it comes to religion? Religion is very powerful. Number 5, your parents may have had a difficult relationship or a divorce. Let me sip something here. Thank you so much for all of you joining and watching. Keep on sharing the video. The reason why I've put that point number 5 there is most of us will learn about relationship basing on how we are raised. Most of us. The way you see a man treating you, in most cases, it could have been the way the father was handling a marriage. This point is not really factual, but if you grew up in a family that solves issues openly, it's not about anger. It's not about beating each other or shouting and screaming. You know, your father is always screaming. Your mother is screaming from the other side. Your uncles, your aunties. I mean, every single night there is war happening in another neighborhood, in another family, just within your home. That's how people solve issues. If you grow up in that environment, what's going to happen if you don't learn to change and say, this is not the way you should deal with issues in a family or with your partner or with your spouse? Then you continue doing what your father was doing. If your father was short-tempered or always solved issues using boxing and kicking, yeah? You know, your father comes home and finds that your mother has delayed cooking or the food is not delicious, and then he starts beating the woman, beats your mother. And then you learn this, then you become like that. You transfer these habits into your real life. You meet another woman, and for you, you know that when a woman is doing this, if a woman denies you sex, you should rape her or you should force her to give you the sex. You should beat her up so that you can get it. And if you did not see how a man should treat a woman, you never saw it. You actually did. You have no idea. What you see is just online, these videos, the soap operas. That's what you know about relationships. But you didn't see with your eyes. This is how a woman treats a man. This is how my mother used to treat my father. Or this is how my father used to treat my mother, which is, I think, is good. And I have very classic examples of ladies who, listen to this, they are over the age of 40 and they have never found a serious relationship. And the reason is because their parents, their dad and their mom, have been together, respecting each other, treating each other with mutual respect. A man respects the woman and the woman respects the man so much until these ladies in this family cannot actually find such a man. Now, you might say, these ladies are looking for a perfect man. Or these ladies are wasting time. That's why now they are old enough, they can never find a man. You might say that. But the truth is, you know, it's pointless to be with somebody who is disrespecting you. It is so pointless to be in a relationship with somebody who keeps on hurting you, somebody who keeps on punishing you. It's meaningless. That's why somebody will just wake up and say, why am I in this relationship? Why am I stuck here? If this man cannot respect me, respect my feelings and my opinions, then what the hell am I doing here? What is the reason? Why am I still with him? So if you grow up or you grew up in a family that never witnessed this kind of basic mutual respect and peace in a family, it is very hard for you to create the peace. It is extremely difficult for you to know that this is what is called a good relationship. If the relationship in your family, in the surrounding of your family, was a lot of chaos and a lot of mistrust, there was a lot of cheating, and then there's a lot of abuse, that's where you grew up, then you don't need to be in a relationship. You don't even want it, because you'll be like, wow, should I also try to go through what my mother went through? So at the end of the day, as I'm doing this video, yes, you may want a relationship, but the truth is, if you grew up in an environment that did not show you the true meaning of love, this is how people love each other. This is what it means when a man loves you. It's what it means when a woman loves you. This is the meaning of respect. This is what it means when somebody says, I respect you. If you never grew up in such an environment, it is so hard to have a relationship. And it's heading nowhere when you meet somebody who is not respecting you. Now, I'm winding up with point number 6. Keep on sharing the video and tag your friends. Thank you so much for all of you watching here. And if you're watching for the first time, please find time to follow this page. And of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Now, number 6, you often criticize each other. Criticizing is one of the killers these days. You see, when I began my live videos, I received a lot of criticism. I still receive up to now, but I've developed a tough skin to sit down. You send me a message, you call me, or you tell me something about my videos, about my topic, about how I present myself. I listen, I hear your voice, I hear your concerns, because you're following me and you're watching me. But sometimes criticisms can be very negative. Criticisms can demoralize you. Criticisms can make you to question yourself. You question, you doubt yourself. There are moments where I've doubted myself. Benjamin, where are you heading with these videos? What is your point? What do you really want to get from these videos? And some people still ask me, those who come to know me just as few days or a few weeks ago, they still ask me that question. What is the purpose of you doing these videos? When you meet somebody and you try to begin dating, and then you listen to them, you hear what they're saying, or you read their chatting, it's very, very easy to be demoralized by the same person you're trying to date. The same man can kill your dreams completely. The same woman can pull you down. Always negative energy, negative vibe, you know. This woman is just criticizing you left, right, and center. You try to do something, I meet people who are, they don't know that they're pulling you down. Sometimes they don't know, or sometimes they know it, you know. They know that they're actually pulling you down. You will meet a man, as a lady, you're starting up a business. Brilliant idea. Your passion is to have a business. And then you meet this fine man, you start dating him. Then the same man does not show any interest in pushing you with the business. Has no interest. His focus is how can I benefit from this woman? How far or how soon can I have sex with this single mother? That is the reason why I'm talking to her. It takes a very rare person to understand that you go through a lot. All of us are going through a lot. There are few guys who will cheer you on. They just wake up in the morning and tell you, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing you. One day you will get there. To get such a person, and again to get that person to be your partner, is one of the most amazing things. You are a very lucky woman or a lucky man watching this video in this generation, in this era, that somebody is pushing you. The criticism that they give you is not coming from the side of negativity. They are giving you honest opinions, honest advice that is not to push you down. The reason why we have family members and friends, neighbors and workmates who push you down, number one reason is because they have never tried what you're doing. When you find a family member pushing you down, telling you cannot date again, marriage is hell, men these days are horrible, relationships do not work these days. This is a family member who is telling you these words, which are all negative, extreme negative. But when she is telling you these words, you have to sit back and move back and ask yourself, what relationship does she have? If my aunt is telling me this, what is her relationship at the moment? If my own friend is telling me this, what is her relationship at the moment? Because people who are down there, they want you to be down there with them. People don't want you to go up. Once you go up, they know it's very hard to pull you down. It's very hard to pull somebody who is up to bring him down. It's very hard. It takes a lot of hard work. But at the same time, the person who is down here will use all the means to make sure that you are here. You see it on social media. You want somebody to push your business, even in a family group. You ask a friend, you ask a cousin, you ask an uncle, you ask an aunt, you ask even a brother or a sister to push your dream. You have this YouTube video, you want them to push for you just to get the viewers, to get the subscriptions. But they will never do it. They can't do it. Why? Because you're still down, or they want you to remain there. But what happens when you go up there? This is when people say, oh, I used to see him. I used to see this guy. I used to see this lady. I used to watch. I used to follow this guy. And then they will abuse you and say you have become too proud. But my point here is, if you meet somebody who is not pushing you, somebody who does not appreciate your job, even if you're working in the Middle East, you're working in Europe, you are working in America, whatever job you're doing, but they do not show interest in supporting you, appreciating how much you're working so hard every day and night. They don't care about that. Your business, your hustle, you started business last year and this year, most businessmen and businesswomen have had a very rough time, extremely rough. But when you have that one person that you're trying to date and he or she is pulling you down, is not supporting you, is not encouraging you, that relationship is heading nowhere. Trust me on that one. Now, number 7, there is a lot of defensiveness and in your relationship. Defense. Help me to type there on the comment section, defense. People defend each other. They defend themselves. The reason why people defend themselves, number 1 is they know they have done wrong. And, or even if they have not done wrong, you meet a man or a woman, you start dating, then they're always defending themselves. They defend what they did. Somebody touches your phone, but they still defend themselves. That is their right to touch your phone. Somebody demands for your password, social media password, but they defend themselves by saying that I want to know what you're doing. I want to know who you're talking with. This thing of defense, if the two of you are always acting on defense, it's defense mode. I mean, everything is happening. Today there's this drama. Then one of you is defending himself or herself. The following day there's another drama. One of you or both of you are defending yourself. It's always about defending. The reason why you're defending yourself, you don't want to take responsibilities. You don't want to accept as a woman you have failed. You have offended this guy. You have assumed what he is doing and you have no proof. Then you have to defend yourself that I was acting out of anger. I think I was just overreacting, you know? So this thing about if you keep on defending yourself instead of opening up your mind and say, hey, this is what is happening. This is what I've noticed. Let us solve this. And then you stop defending yourself, then you will head somewhere. But every time you are defending yourself, and the danger about defending is it's two-sided. You are a man, you have met a woman. Your family members can see that this woman is ruining your life. And then you defend her. There's a question about what should you do when family members tell you to walk away from a certain man or from a certain woman. There's that question in our societies. When you defend this partner, ignoring what your parents are telling you, ignoring what your close family members are telling you, you defend her so much, you defend him so hard. The danger is you might actually be defending somebody ruining your life, somebody who is using you. You are blinded with love. You are imagining that finally you've met the best person in your life. And then you ignore all these red flags. You look at my red color that I'm wearing here today. You ignore all the red flags. Then you defend this person, defend this woman, defend this man to be together with that person because you know that this is the right person for you. Defense will make you to head nowhere. Defend people who respect you. Defend somebody who is real for you. Defend somebody who motivates you. Defend somebody who is there for you. Defend somebody who wants to talk to you. Defend somebody who is just there, not only because of friendship, but genuinely you can feel from your heart that this man, this woman is there for me. Even when we are fighting, even when we go, sometimes people block each other. Sometimes even people stop communicating. It's perfectly normal. It's okay. But that person is still there in your life. These are the people that you defend. You don't defend people simply because you don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose this man. I don't want to lose this woman. I don't think I will start dating again. If you keep on being defensive, you're heading nowhere. Now look at the last 3 points. Number 8, you tend to withdraw from one another. Now this one here, oh my goodness. This is the category of on and off. When somebody says my relationship is on and off. On and off is equated to a certain joke of electricity. Let me switch off the light switch next here to me. I just switched off the light. So if I switch off, your relationship is off at the moment. You don't talk, you don't call each other, you don't know what's going on. For 1 day, for 2 days, for 3 days. When it goes more than 3 days, that is what I'm talking about. If it goes more than 1 week, if I'm talking to you right now, and this relationship is going on and off, now I turned on the lights. It's been on and off, Benjamin, for more than 1 month, for more than 2 months. You're heading nowhere. Relationship is not on and off. Relationship is on. It stays on. And when it's off, it is off completely. We are done. Goodbye. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for the good times we had together. It is not on today and then next week it's off. It is not on as you're watching me in this video, and then after 3 weeks, the relationship is on. Even the married people will tell you, when the man starts the journey of getting another apartment, getting another house, once the man starts that journey and he is married, the relationship is dead. They're heading nowhere. The married people have been there. They've been in the game for more than 10 years. Some may have tried that, but a majority who never tried it, they're still together. But those who tried it, the moment you just say, even when you start by saying, I'm going to sleep in another room, just another room. The moment sleeping in another room is the first journey, the first step. You're taking the first step to begin moving away from this man, moving away from this woman. The ladies that I've hosted here, and I'm planning to host men who have divorced to share their experiences, those ladies will tell you the journey to end their marriage started with sleeping in different beds. One is on the couch, the other one is in the bedroom. So if you're watching me, if you are dating online, or if you have met each other in the same city or the same town, and the relationship is on today, it is off next week, you're heading nowhere. If it's on and off, if you ask me, Benjamin, then what is the best time to be off? It has to be not more than 1 week. Once these things goes more than 1 week, and then it repeats. The thing here is on and off, not one time. This thing is going on like this. For 1 year, when you look at the 6 months which have passed, you can count the times you're on and off. You are together, you're off. You're together again, you're off. You're heading nowhere. Now, number 9, you feel so jealous and anger for one another. I want to repeat something about that point number 9. There are so many negative feelings in this world. Number 1 negative feeling that I've said before in my videos, number 1 is a fear. I want you to help me to type these negative feelings on the comments. Number 1 is a fear. F-E-A-R. Fear controls so many things. Fear can stop you from doing something that you were supposed to do. You could have started this year, but because of fear. Number 1 most negative feeling in the world is fear. Number 2 is jealous. Jealous is assuming something bad is going to happen. It's perceived fear. It's connected to fear, but when you're so jealous, you feel like, I'm going to lose this man. I'm going to lose this woman. I'm going to lose this relationship. Jealous. When you're so jealous, you begin to doubt yourself. You doubt your looks. You stand naked in front of the mirror. You turn around. When you listen to stories of women whose husbands have added another wife, they have these negative feelings, the jealousness. So she stands in front of the mirror, turns around and feels absolutely not beautiful. And when you don't feel beautiful in yourself, in your body, your self-esteem becomes questionable. People who love themselves, regardless of how you look like, your height, your hair, your skin color, your voice. If you love yourself until you have accepted that God up there, Allah, you know this is how you created me. There's nothing I can do about this. If you have this jealous, the jealous is connected to fear. And then when the jealous is too much, then you get so scared. You get scared. Where am I heading with this man? Where am I heading with this woman? Jealousness kills. Extreme jealousness brings pain. Jealousness moves to 3rd negative feeling in this world. Anger. Anger. Now imagine you are trying to date somebody who is full of fear, number 1. This person is full of jealousness. And this person has anger issues. Let me ask you a very simple question. How far can you go with this woman? How far can you go with that man who is living under fear? Fear to lose you because you're too beautiful, you're so talented, you're a musician, you're a comedian, you're a media personality, you're a politician, but this man fears losing you. This man has so much jealous that questions every man coming to your life, every single man commenting on your pictures, questions every single man on your phone book. The same man has anger issues because he cannot control his jealousness, has to attack you and the other men that he thinks are after you. How far can you go with that marriage? Fear, jealousness, and anger. If you're a woman and you're watching this, you live in fear. You are under deep jealousness, and you are also rooted into anger. You have anger issues. You don't know how to control your emotions when you're so annoyed, when you're extremely feeling like, ah, this man cannot do this to me. If you cannot control these three emotions in this world, if you can't deal with those three emotions, there's no way you can ever, ever be in a good relationship. It's absolutely hard. And if you don't believe in these three qualities that I've just shared with you, let's put the relationship out. Let's talk about job, work, or business. If you're a businessman or a businesswoman watching, if you are somebody employed, you live in fear. Fear, I'm going to lose my job. Fear because the other co-worker is so smart. Fear because you don't believe in your skills or your knowledge. You're working and then you have this jealous. You feel jealous because another woman seems to be doing her job very well. This other man is actually doing his job so nicely. This woman's business is prospering. Her YouTube channel is growing. Come on, she's a comedian, but she's getting a huge following. But you have this jealousness to this person. How on earth will you grow? Now, if you bring it now back to the relationship, what I'm talking about, if you meet somebody who is going through fear, who has a lot of jealousness, negative jealous, in addition to anger issues, you are heading nowhere. Number 10, you believe your communication is poor. You know, communication is the mother of all this video. The reason why you could sit there to listen to me for more than how many minutes? 47 minutes. Is probably I'm communicating. You know, this guy is communicating. He's passing some message. I mean, I've been here for 47 minutes, but I think he was saying something. I was watching him for the first time, but I could hear what he was saying. I looked at his points and his presentation. I think he's communicating something. He's telling me something. As a man, as a father, as a mother, as a boyfriend, as a woman, there's communication going on. Me and you with your phone or your computer or your tablet, whatever you're doing, then you bumped into this video. This guy is talking, but he is communicating. When the communication is not going on between you and this woman and this man, you're heading nowhere. You are heading absolutely. There's no communication. You cannot sit down and discuss. This is what is happening in our relationship. A man asks you what is wrong, and then you say nothing. You know the most powerful answers women give? Women say nothing. Nothing is wrong. Are you okay? I'm okay. Whatever. You see, all this is communication. But there is a poor communication and there is good communication. As a man, as Benjamin, I've said it in my videos before, the way men communicate is not the same way women communicate. A majority of the ladies who have tried to understand that this is the way men communicate. You will tell a man to fix a bulb in the toilet. Today, the same man will say, I will fix it. Doesn't give you the time, Doesn't tell you the date, but he has told you, I will fix that bulb. The lady is waiting for the bulb to be fixed tonight. The same man comes home and the bulb is not fixed. This woman gets annoyed. This woman feels very disrespected. The same woman gets very annoyed and believes that the man did not fulfill what he said. This guy, the man's mind is thinking about, when am I going to fix the bulb? Can I go to the toilet and still survive, have a short call or a long call? Absolutely yes. I mean, surely. I know where the hole is. If I sit down, I cannot miss it. I know this is where it is, and I'm a human being, I'm a man, I'm an adult. So I know where I will sit down, and then I will finish my short call or my long call, and then with time I will buy a bulb and fix it. After all, it's just going to the electronic store, get a bulb and fix it. That's a man's thinking. But you see, the communication is so poor between these two people. The same man cannot tell the woman what I'm saying. You know, the man cannot tell his wife or his girlfriend, toilet is so easy to use a toilet. I mean, surely. You mean, even if it's dark, you can't touch like this and you see where to sit and finish what you're doing. I mean, you can't see that. Are you blind? The same man cannot say that. The same woman cannot tell the same man that, I think it's a good idea to just go and buy that bulb and fix it, instead of us suffering for more than 2-3 days without a bulb in the toilet. There's one powerful story that I've listened and read before about a couple, which is about communication. This man, listen to this as I wind up very carefully. The man was planning to do a business. Very big business that involved a lot of money. The same man, for 6 months, did not tell the woman about these plans. And they're married for 5 years. So after 6 months, the woman realized some money is missing. And then realized that the guy is actually opening up a company. And the woman was so offended. You know, you can, even if it's you, if your man was planning a business for 6 months and you're together and you didn't know, I am sure you'll be very offended. When the woman discovered that, she planned the process of divorcing the man. Because she asked the man, how could you keep this a secret to me, of all the people, as your wife, without telling me for 6 good months? How many secrets are you keeping from me? And when the man was told that, he said, it's okay. Yeah, we can divorce. I mean, why not? Now that you want a divorce, I can't force you to be together with me. At that stage, you can see the communication has been so poor. You can blame the man and you can blame the woman for deciding to file for a divorce. Both of them can be blamed. Now, to cut the long story short, the two people went for a marriage counseling session, which I really encourage. I encourage that one 100%. If you're a man and you're watching this, if you love each other, I will do another live video of people who should go for counseling and people who should never take this man or this woman for counseling. I know people you can take there, and people you should never take them. These two people, they loved each other so much. Once you love each other so much, there is room for counseling. And the man suggested for counseling. The woman was against it. She wanted a divorce. But before she finally made the decision to actually finalize the divorce process, she accepted to go for the counseling. Now, when they went for the counseling, counselors help you to open up. You begin saying what was in your heart. Then the man said, you know, I was fearing to tell my wife that if I start this business, she's going to say no. And this has been my dream since I was born. I just wanted to start this business for our children and for our future. And if I told her the way I know her, she was going to say no to me. And if she could have said no, then it could have pained me. Why didn't I start a business? The same woman also told the counselor, the reason why I wanted to divorce this man is keeping secrets. I wish he told me. And these two people, both of them understood money differently. Money is powerful, as I said from the beginning. Money is everything. This man understood that to maintain money, to make more money, is to keep secrets according to his father, according to his grandfather, according to his family members. On the other hand, the woman believed that to make a relationship successful, a marriage successful, is to speak, to communicate, to say everything that you're doing and planning. But at the end of the day, these two people loved each other so much. They ended up solving the whole issue, and luckily they never divorced. They're happily together. If the communication is poor from the word go, 3 months after you started chatting or talking with that person, communication is going down. Now I'm also winding up with this video. The communication levels are going down. You got married to this man and this woman, the communication levels that you had together is also going down. You know for a fact you're heading nowhere. You're heading nowhere. No matter how much you might try to believe that this will work, this was meant to be, if the communication is so poor, P-O-O-R, it is so poor that you don't even know what the other person is doing. You don't know where the other person is. You are doubting. If somebody asks you, where is that man right now? Then you say, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Is he awake? Is he asleep? Is he online? Is he offline? Is the last scene, can you see the last scene? No. Is it still there? It's hidden. Where is that woman? There's no last scene. I don't know where she is. She's not picking up my phone call. The phone is off. Does she do this very often? Yes. This is his habit. This is her habit. Monday to Monday. January to January. Where are you heading with this man? Where are you heading with this woman? What is the purpose? What are you trying to prove if you cannot say hello to each other? If you cannot say good morning, good night, have a nice day, I'm checking on you, I believe in you, I love you, you are my world. If you cannot say these simple sentences, even if it's once per day, just once, if you cannot do that, then where are you heading? If a man disappears on you, like I'm going to disappear from this video, for 5 days, and then comes back and says, hey baby, how is the going? You know, I was so stressed. I was going through a lot of drama and pain at work and my family. But now I'm back. Or the same man disappears from you, and then you do the same, tit for tat. Then the man catches feelings, starts calling you names, shouting, screaming, abusing you. You don't talk to me. You don't text me these days. You don't pick up my phone calls. But he does not do that. The same way with a woman. You do the same to a man. You don't want to communicate with him. You are quiet. You don't want to text. You don't want to pick up a phone call. You don't want a video call. It's always this excuse after another excuse. Where are you heading with this man? Where is this man taking you? What does he have to get from you if you do not keep the communication better? P-O-O-R, poor communication. Now, these 10 reasons as I finish this video, thank you for watching. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for all of you who watched the video from the beginning up to now. And if you just joined, you have missed an amazing talk I hope you can watch a repeat on my YouTube channel with the same name, Benjamin Junior Bogonko. These are only 10 indications that you're heading nowhere with this man. You're heading nowhere with this woman. And when you look at these points, I have combined both of you. It's both two people. If you look at number one, you decided to get married early. The two of you. It's two of you. Number two, academic levels. One of you is educated, another one is not educated. Two of you. Number three, you are in lower income bracket. Money. One of you has money, another one doesn't have money. Both of you have no money. You cannot sustain a relationship. Number four, you are in an interfaith relationship. One of you is a Muslim, another one is a Catholic. These points here, I thought about them. It's about the two of you. You and him. You and her. There are other reasons that your relationship is heading nowhere because of you alone. Because of you as a man. Because of you as a woman. Okay. Sorry about that. So look at your relationship right now. Ask yourself, where have you reached? And where are you heading to? And as for me, I wish you nothing but the best. If your relationship is heading nowhere, end the relationship. It is so. I want you to repeat this quote for me on the comments. It's a painful journey to start a relationship that is heading nowhere. I want you to write that comment there as the video and as the statement for this video today. It's very painful to start a relationship that is heading nowhere. It's a very painful journey to start a marriage that is heading nowhere. It's a journey. It's a very painful journey to start a relationship that is absolutely heading nowhere. You could have stopped the journey. You know, you cannot take the train or a bus or get into a car and then you don't know where you're heading to. You pay for first class in the flight, and then you have nowhere where you're going to. I'm just traveling. Benjamin, Mary, where are you heading to? It's a very painful journey to start a relationship that is heading nowhere. Watch this video as a repeat on my YouTube channel as I upload it shortly. Thank you and have a fantastic day. Have a good night. If you're watching me in the night, enjoy your night. If you're watching me during the day, have a beautiful day. Once again, this is Benjamin Junior Bogonko, a special speaker and also a teacher. Remember to follow this Facebook page and also subscribe to this YouTube channel for more other videos about this same talk. Until the next solo talk, goodbye and God bless. Salute and thank you for watching this video and thank you for sharing. Take care and God bless.